Alright guys, so today we are going to talk about direct game. As a lot of you guys know, I think direct game sucks, and today I'm going to tell you why. So first off, what's direct game? Direct game is basically the idea that you could walk up and directly tell a girl what you think about her and have that work as a form of like picking her up. For instance, maybe you see a hot girl and you walk up and you say, hey, I just wanted to come up to you, and I wouldn't respect myself if I just didn't come up to you and tell you you're beautiful, so I just wanted to tell you you're beautiful. God, it makes me want to vomit just even saying it. But anyway, that's kind of what guys would say. It's the idea that you can walk up to just some gorgeous lady and you can say, hey, I think you're really hot. And then she's going to be like, yay! And she's going to be like, let's do this. We're going to have a great life together, or whatever. And I think that this is bullshit, and I think it sucks. Now, can it work? Yes, saying something like that can work. Let me tell you, and you've probably seen it work, let me tell you what's happening when it does work. Oftentimes when you see direct game work, what's happening is you have a professional coach who could probably say anything. He walks up to the girl and he says something, and then he immediately is going to get like a judge, or he's going to like judge the girl's reaction, and then he's going to adjust his game from there. So the key part about this experience is most of us pros, we can kind of say anything we want to a girl to start talking, and then we can judge from there where we're at, and then we can adjust our game so that the girl likes us. And this is all that pros are doing when they use direct game. The problem with this is that direct game is sold to people as a means of attraction. People say, well, you can do this as an opener and the girl's gonna like you, and that is horseshit. If you walk up to a girl and tell her she's beautiful, she's not going to be attracted. Not only is she probably not going to be attracted to you, I mean, unless you're way better looking than her, not only is she not going to be attracted to you, now you've telegraphed your intention to the girl, which, as you know, I believe that the first step to attraction is not letting the girl know that you're into her, that she could have you. She has to get the idea that she might not be able to have you for whatever reason. Because when that happens, she gets to have like feelings that are like, oh, well, could I get this guy? Well, why not? What's his deal? Well, why doesn't this guy like me? And she starts thinking about whether or not she could get you, and that's kind of the seeds of attraction, in my opinion. So when you say to a girl and you walk up and you say, well, I just thought you were beautiful and I wanted to come up and say hi, you are blocking all those thoughts and feelings from happening. So I think it's a horrible idea, and I think it doesn't create attraction. I think that when it is working for people, it's because the guy is just using it as an opener, and he's being a very good, accurate judge for where the girl's at with him and how she feels about him already. So the problem with all that, again, is that if you're an average guy and you're a student and you're trying to learn how to game girls, you're trying to learn how to like what to say and what to do, it's not going to work for you. You're going to come off like an idiot because you can't do that yet. You don't have that skill that a professional has where you can adjust on the fly to whatever reaction you see from her. I mean, obviously that's the skill that we're trying to develop. So could you use this as a form of practice or as a form of gaining a little bit of confidence or having a few reactions? Yes, but really the girl knows that that's what you're doing when you walk up. I mean, let's break it down. You say, hey, I just wanted to walk up to you. I wouldn't respect myself, or I'd blame myself, or whatever you say, if I didn't come up and say that, tell you you're beautiful, or that I really like you, whatever that is. You're saying to her, hey, I'm a guy who would sit at home and not respect myself for what I didn't do today because I have a low self-esteem, or basically you're saying I'm not a guy who, first of all, even talks to girls, which is terrible. Now you're a pussy. And then you're saying, I wouldn't respect myself if I didn't come up and say hi. So now it's even worse. Now you're a guy who sits around and doesn't respect himself. And then you're like, and you're beautiful. Now you're telegraphing a huge amount of interest to the girl, and you're saying basically you're already sold on her without knowing what her personality's like, without even meeting her. This is what men do all the time to her in her daily life. They come up to her and they say, you're hot. They come up to her and say all these things all the time. Now you're just one of those guys. So what are the many benefits of going direct on a girl? I don't see, hardly any. It doesn't make any sense to me to do this. Why don't you just walking up and saying hi would be better. Going indirect, saying any kind of opener you could possibly use in the whole world, I think is better than direct. And I think that it hurts you. I think it's bad for you. And I think basically what you're sub-communicating to the girl is, hey, would you please support my self-esteem for a few seconds if I tell you you're beautiful? And then she's going to say, oh, thank you, because she feels like, validated that she's beautiful. And then she's going to realize very quickly in seconds that you're not the type of guy that she wants to hang out with, and she's going to go away. So I tell my students all the time, I say, listen, man, if you'd like to try direct game, I will watch you. I will watch you. I will coach you do it. If you want to spend all your time with me walking up and telling girls you think they're beautiful all day long, I will do it. And you know what? Make me a believer. Please make me a believer. Please do it. Because I have had 0 students in like almost 10 years of coaching now. I have had 0 students ever who have made this work. I've had tons of guys try it, 0 students making it work. The guys who you see are making it work are either far hotter than a girl, because this is a value dropping thing that you say when you're like, oh, I love you. This drops your value. So you're either far better looking than the girl, or you are using it just to open and then quickly gauging her reaction and then switching your game accordingly. Again, that's something I believe a pro can do well, but I don't think that a regular student can do it. So does direct game work? Fuck no. Don't do it.